My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Slay the Spire, Standard Ascension Defect Run. Time to go. This is probably, I want to say attempt 24601. It is insane how many attempts we've been making of this. Choose a card to obtain 100 gold, max HP. Ugh. I think it's another boss relic. Ouch. Philo Stone. All enemies have +2 strength. Any enemy that is doing double attacks or triple attacks or any multiple hitter is extremely deadly right now. Also, multiple target fights are extremely deadly. So let's try and keep an eye out for those. That said, if we get an energy... Oh my... Can you... I'm so glad we have exact enough damage to kill there. I think I'm going to take Sweeping Beam, but there is an argument to be made for double energy in that we could try and make an energy manipulation build, go with Sunder, go with Meteor Strike, but we don't have any of those yet. Whereas this allows us to draw a card and clear out AoE, both of which are things we're going to want to do. We're going to want to draw cards because we got more energy than we have oftentimes useful cards to cast in our hand. And AoE is a huge problem for this character on this floor. Ancient Potion. Auto Shields, I think, is just ridiculous. We've also got the Darkness here. Well, that's a tasty meatball, though. The thing is, if we've got the Darkness and we've got no cracked core, we can just have a Channeled Dark sitting at the very front. And that is a great way to deal damage. You know what? I'm going to actually take that. It is a ridiculously handy way to get a run like this set up. Unfortunately, didn't have defensive cards in that hand. Well, I would use Doom and Gloom to do that, but unfortunately, now Doom and Gloom is done. Is it? Do I still take it? Might be the case that I should still take it. Provides a little bit of AoE. It's very expensive, though. But it's not as expensive as... It's our second AoE card. Okay, sure. I'm going to take it. Let's upgrade Dual Cast because it is one of the most potent cards in a Dark build. And I'm actually also going to fight an Elite here. Upgrading 2 strikes as well. I just want a Dark Orb out as soon as I can get it, please. Thank you. Now, the rest of this fight is almost exclusively about defending ourselves while we wait for this Dark Orb to be big enough to kill the enemy. Beautiful. Whetstone, upon pickup, upgrade 2 random attacks. There's also a regen potion here. Axe Kick to push stuff off the front, but I think with the upgraded dual cast, we won't exactly need that. I'm actually thinking about taking Equilibrium here. And am going to do so. Upgrade 2 more of my strikes, though. Not bad. Perfect. And unfortunately, you're forcing me to kill you this turn. That's really annoying. Wanted to get my 3 more HP out of that. Actually, Cold Snap Streamline, no. Do I want to fight another Elite? Sure. Why did I do that? That's pretty dumb. That's a pretty bad idea. I just did. You'll split this turn, it's fine. We'll put them both on equal health because now it means that dual cast kills both. Awesome. And auto shields, extremely auto shields, like insta-pick auto shields. Bag of marbles at the start of each combat apply 1 vulnerability to all enemies. That's not going to be really that valuable for us. I'm actually going to take the heal here rather than the max HP because I'm terrified of this next space. And it looks like I was rightly terrified of the next space. That said, that's a pretty good opening turn. So I get to keep this dual cast in hand, and then lethal. I mean, that was really good. Lantern, gain energy on the first turn of each combat, as well as a skill potion. Go for the eyes versus FTL versus ball lightning. We can take FTL. Shouldn't have a negative impact on the deck at this point. Ooh, this could be a problem. I guess this just allows me to keep a defend. Ooh. Wasn't even thinking about my defense. Dang it. So I can take 7 damage this turn. I will dual cast this turn. There's no reason to let it build up. Another dual cast would do it anyway. Alright. Fission versus Go for the Eyes versus Cold Snap. We don't actually want more orb slots, but Fission does offer us the ability to evoke all of our orbs at the same time. I still don't think we want that, though. Let's go for 3 elites. That's right. We're going for 3 elites in this game mode. Okay, there's our darkness. Thank you. And I also get to hold on to an auto shields as well as dual cast for the next turn. I mean, come on. Also actually going to use a skill potion. Oh, yes. This is good. Perfect. Dark Orbs always target the lowest HP enemies first, which is why I knew exactly who to hit. And by manipulating that, I have actually given myself the ability here, as you will see in a second, to perfect a second elite fight on this floor. Blood Vial at the start of each combat, gain 2 HP. Streamline versus Skin versus Stack, no thank you. That's really annoying. Because there's a couple extra... Couple? No, there's one extremely extra... No, there were a couple. I was correct the first time. A couple extraordinarily really good cards that I could have gotten in the opening there. And actually kind of leaning towards the leap. Again, defending ourselves is probably just about the sexiest thing that we can do. I'm also going to smith auto shields. Gaining 4 block on it is pretty big. Normally, a 1 energy attack or defense card will only gain 3 block or 3 attack. Auto shields this early. That could be a problem. Ooh, that's leap as well. Uh-oh. Alright, we're probably gonna have to try and split this turn, because... Oh, God, am I... I'm just gonna hard cast everything. Well, life could be a lot worse. Unfortunately, I need my doom and gloom as soon... There we go. Awesome. Weak potion, Echo Form versus Buffer versus Bias Cognition. Now, last time I asserted that Bias Cognition isn't good in a Dark build deck, I was immediately challenged on that notion. And also, last time I asserted that Echo Form by itself does not form a win condition, but instead enhances other win conditions. I was immediately challenged on that as well. And I agree with both of the challenges that were raised. That is, that Bias Cognition, the benefit that it adds to a Dark deck is that even when you lose all of your focus, until you're in, like, below 6, like, until you have until you have more than -6, no, wait, number line. Until you are more negative than -6, less sounds wrong because it sounds like you've got less than 6 in the negatives bringing you back to 0. Until you have -6 or further along the negative numbers, you're not losing your damage in your Dark Orbs. So you get like straight up 10 turns before your Dark Orbs become bad. And if your Dark Orbs are going 10 turns long, I've got a bad news for you, bud. You are already having some difficulties. I think I actually take Bias Cognition. I think I've talked myself into it. And here I'm going to take the Cursed Key. Extra energy, and I'm just not going to open the chests. That extra energy is intended to be expended on defending ourselves. There's going along the left, we only get 4 question marks rather. But we get 3 rests. It's pretty significant. There's also a 3 rest path over here that has more question marks. More question marks? 4 question marks. Same amount of question marks. And no elites. Oh, really? Like this had to? Like this really had to? This had to? Like it couldn't not. It had to. Had. That is to say, having lots of stone, not even of my own choice, and going up against these enemies in particular. Double up on that hit and we can put you on the ground, which actually saves us more than playing a defend there. Okay. Wow, I really wish I had a way to evoke these GD orbs right now. It'd be nice if I had some sort of a kick. I don't know. Aggregate versus Steam Barrier versus Rebound. No, thank you. Do I go to the shop here or not? It's a primary concern of mine right now. I also almost certainly should have weakened one of you in the last turn at least. Would have saved a significant amount of HP over the course of this run. Really? Okay. Hey, there's dual cast. Whew. Stole my money back. Second auto shields. 20 card thick deck. We can take a second auto shields. Finally, we get an early darkness. And in fact, we also have an equilibrium here, which allows us to retain in hand this auto shields, which means that its cost is not going to change. Extremely handy. I'm actually both going to weaken the enemy and drink an artifacting potion here, because that is, that tail whip would have made me vulnerable. And we don't really have the ability to cope with that vulnerability. Yeah. As is currently evident. Loop versus... I mean, Loop is exactly the card that goes in this deck. If I go to these... I have to go to the shop. I really don't have a choice. I'm sad about it, but I do have to go to the shop. How many pounds have we got in this build? Because I think it's just the 2. But just the 2 is still a significant amount of healing from the bird face down. Gotta do it. I have so many other things I need to upgrade before Zap that it just needs to get out of the deck. Oh, well. Alright. Yeah, GG. We're literally dead right now. Oh no, we live on 1 HP. Perfect. I didn't choose to take the plus. Why am I being... What? Yeah, I was never living through this fight. I even picked up and upgraded a lot of my defensive cards, but this guy is doing 30 damage each turn. Come on. What? What? Ah. I'm really mad about that. Because I was trying to take the safest path I possibly could. I was going to go here, rest. Go here, rest. Go here, and then, you know, trail onwards after that. That's extremely frustrating. That build was going somewhere. The use of the weakening potion earlier in the Thieves fight would have been particularly handy. That would have saved me about 10 HP. I don't think it would have saved me the run, but it would have saved me about 10 HP. Obviously not having Philostone, but I don't really have a choice in that. It gave me Philostone, and I got the birds, which is really, really rough. Having reinforced body would have been handy, but again, wasn't offered. Didn't really have a choice over that. No. There's not a particularly reliable fashion by which I would be able to snipe an elite here. Like, I would have to have 3 question marks all not be fights. All right. Snecko Eye. Okay. Well, the interesting thing about Snecko Eye in the Defect is it's actually really, really, really good if you can get Sunder or Meteor Strike. And if you can't, well, Sunder, Meteor Strike, Echo Form, Creative AI. I'm also going to play Zap here rather than a Strike. I know it does 3 damage versus a Strike that does 6, but it enables me... or rather, it enables the usage of dual cast afterwards. I'm getting some really bad costs here. Ouch. Whew, beautiful. All right, come on, and no. I'm actually considering desecrating here and then going left. No, I'm still gonna desecrate. What would I even upgrade? Because upgrading this doesn't change its cost. Upgrading this doesn't change its cost. Taking normality is a big problem though for us, so we probably don't rummage. I'm going to upgrade a defensive card. Still got an injury. That's really unfortunate as well. I upgraded to defend because basically this build just needs to try and live for as long as it possibly can. And hopefully at some point pick up the right cards and then succeed. God, we're getting really garbage costs. Getting a lot of 3s, game. Getting a lot of 3s. You have to be kidding me, though. 3, 3, 1. Like, I can't cast 2 of them. And because I can't cast 2 of them, I am definitely going to take a bunch of damage. Game, please. Game? Game. Reinforced body, it's X cost. It can't be affected. 2 more cards in my opening hand. It's pretty important. So is Happy Flower. You know what? 2 more cards in my opening hand. Happy Flower, and we will remove the Regret because we are going to have particularly large hand sizes, courtesy of the Regret. All of these are 0 or 1 costs, so they would be made significantly worse by having them with the Snecko Eye. Unfortunately, this does mean that I'm about to go to a shop and possibly not have the ability to pick up a Meteor Strike or something like that, but okay. I'm actually quite glad that everything here is not something I want. Because I would be pretty frustrated if a bunch of things turned up that I really would appreciate. Gremlin Horn, whenever an enemy dies, gain an energy and draw a card. That's actually really, really, really handy. Beautiful. 33. Easy double strike. Yeah, single strike reinforced body. Unfortunately, we don't have a zap out, so dual cast is a problem. Dual cast is actually a problem. It's probably a thing that I want to remove from this deck. Leap versus Turbo versus Ball Lightning. No, a lot of those would be made worse. Come on. Remove all curses from my deck. Sure, there goes the injury. Extremely unfortunately, that backline was exactly 1 HP out of my ability to kill it anyhow. Really didn't matter what I did there. I was only going to be able to use 1 attack and then fully defend myself. Awesome. Sunder. Extremely Sunder, and I need to upgrade it as soon as possible. Sunder the Refunder. We're going to get so much back from it. I actually believe that I am going to avoid playing Sunder this turn, though. Oof. Look at it go. You know, actually, especially in combination with the Gremlin Horn, because when I kill with Sunder, I'm getting 3 energy back, plus 1 energy from the Gremlin Horn, and a card, and then that card is rolling for Confusion, so it might pick up a low cost and then can be played. No. Yeah. Upgraded to Sunder and to Defend, which means that in this next space, I actually rest. Mitigate the worst effects of RNG. This would be good. This would be good. Okay. Okay, those slimes actually can't have their cost changed. That's handy. That said, this hand is real garbage. Yeah, it didn't get better. Oh, I probably should have done Gambler's Brew that turn. All right, we'll break you on a Sunder turn. So we're going to pass that turn. Sure. Okay. Double strike here for the kill, as well as draw a card. Awesome. And we can actually get all of those out of our deck. Unfortunately, we are now weakened as well. It's a problem. I'm going to overkill the backline by a bunch here, but it also gives me a bunch of energy back, which I can then use to turn around and decimate the front line. And we are covered. Beautiful. We should actually be back on almost full HP by the next floor. Come on, come on. Meteor Strike. And that's not a Meteor Strike, although that is an all multicast, which is next cost, but still probably not that great for us. All for one is interesting. Anything that costs 0 due to its confusion and is in our discard pile will be brought back by an all for one, but that is an extremely optimistic thing to do in High Ascension. I can't take Velvet Choker, unfortunately. You also definitely can't take Runic Pyramid in this build, because anything that is shuffled to have a high cost with the Snecko Eye will stay in your hand forever with a Runic Pyramid, and then suddenly you have a hand of things you can't cast. Can't take Velvet Choker for obvious reasons, right? We've got the Gremlin Horn, we've got Happy Flower, and we've got Sunder refunding energy, and then we play a bunch of other cards. Oftentimes, we will actually exceed the cost of that many cards in a turn. And I guess it's Orrery. Come on, Sunders. Equilibrium's not bad. No, retaining the hand is not good, is it? We'll see, we'll see. All of those are pretty poor. Again. Sunder. I think we basically just did that to get Sunder. Yep. I'm actually kind of fine with that as well. Sunder is that good in this particular deck. Or rather, for this particular relic set. Okay. Ouch. Strike Sunder is just short of a kill. I'm actually going to gamble this brew here. Good. Strike. Strike. Sunder. Hey! And this is because that allows me to chain in such a way that I am pretty guaranteed to be able to remove both of these cretins from the field. I get 2 Sunders in my next hand, so we've got the kill. Again, none of those. Basically, the arithmetic is you look at something and think if that cost was increased, like especially if it is 0 cost or 1 cost, you look at it and go, if the cost of that was increased, would I still play it? If the answer is no, don't. What are you doing? Don't put it in your deck. That's insane. Okay. Really quite proud of, glad to have Reinforced Body on that specific turn. Because gosh, that could be a rough turn. Should have done that in the opposite order. That's entirely my bad. In fact, should have cast the dual cast first. All right. Oh, you bastard. If any of these rolled a 1 or a 0, I would be able to cast 2 hits and then kill. You're exactly 1 HP from being dead right now, which is entirely my fault, because if I had hit you in the correct order, that is to say, played dual cast first last turn, then you would have 2 fewer charges of plated armor, and that would allow me to kill you this turn because you would have enough HP that I would be able to do that. Yeah, I have no one to blame but myself. That is 12 damage I need not have taken. Snecko Oil, become confused and draw 1 card. No, about that one, I'm already confused. Considering how many cards we draw a turn and how many cards we have in our opening hand, I don't think this is bad. 7 max HP is pretty good. Good lord! Game! Please, you actually need to stop it with the world's worst effects here. Like, it's... Oh, it's harmful. I used artifacting there so that I still have the ability to defend myself. Because the Mystic's hit would have made me frail, which would have meant, like, if they both attacked the turn after, I would have just had to pretty much accept the loss. Which is, you know, not really ideal. Huh? I completely miscalculated that. I thought the frontliner was dead. And it was exactly not. Okay. God, another heal. Please stop. Okay. One more defend. We are completely fine. Good gosh, a lot of these cost changes are going hopelessly awry. Storm versus Recursion versus Hologram. Again, no. Ornamental Fan. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. That might come in handy occasionally. Unfortunately, if the cost of these is ever increased to 2 or 3, I can never play them, and then they just fade away. See, the thing is, I really want Sunder, I really want Echo Form, I really want Meteor Form. Meteor Storm. Just get to the boss. Just get to the boss. Heal up. Smith the other Sunder because it was missing a hell of a lot of damage. Or a Calcum. If you end your turn without block, gain 6 block. We're not super likely to end that. Or rather, do that. Speaking of, immediately, let's do that. Ooh, good. Sunder for an easy kill. And then... it's damage time. Time to take the DMG points. Alright, I'm also going to zap here, not only for the 3 instant damage, but the fact that it's giving me the dual cast. Game. Or rather, the ability to use the dual cast. 36, really? Fine. Oh, get perfectly defended, game. Alright. Focus, Capacitor Claw, Heat Sinks. No. I need to remove the dual casts and the zap from my deck. Upgrading them won't affect them, right? Because their cost is being randomized every single time I draw them. So unless I had, like, Seek to pull them out of my deck without drawing them, then changing that is not doing anything. I think I actually want to start upgrading some of these strikes so that I can benefit from the Gremlin Horn. Oh, I'm going to be so confused here. 1, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. What is... game, please. It's time to stop. I love how they're only low cost when it's not helpful. Tempest is an X-cost card, but it's also a card that's not really ever going to be powerful for us right now. Here we will rest. Now, unfortunately, we are weakened. It's okay, I can full defend this turn. I need another reinforced body if I want to full defend, though. It's okay. Couldn't kill that turn anyway. Looks like we're probably resting after this as well. Fusion's actually really good. Having extra energy is ridiculous, and we don't really use our orb slots. Upgrading Fusion would lower its cost. Again, lowering its cost isn't good for us. Isn't good for us. Obviously, what I mean to say is not impactful. Okay. Yeah, there's one of my Sunders. That's a 0-cost Sunder that you just stole, by the way, as well. That's a 1-cost Sunder. Okay, so getting either of those back... Fusion had to be that high cost, really? Getting either of those back will be really, really, really good. 1-cost Sunder. Perfect. Oh, second fusion. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And suddenly all is right with the world. Oh, you're already on your 58 turn? Like, I'm actually surprised by that. That said, get nicked, nerd. What up, 90 block? Energy manipulation, yo. I'm glad that if on any turn our damage was going to work out, or rather our Snecko Eye was going to be helpful, if in any fight that was going to be the case, I'm glad it was in this one. I don't want to put any lightning orbs out there. The fact that I have 6 energy each turn is ridiculous and super helpful. There was no reason to do that, but there was also no reason not to. Uh-oh. Come on, reinforced body, please. Damn it. If I played Zap, I would have had 1 extra energy to work with there. That's my bad. And Ron's Automaton should be going down right about now. The Funk Soul Brother, check it out. What? What? You are kidding me. Am I dead? Lethal. Lethal. Defense. 3 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 15. 3 out of 15. Drew 7 cards. This might be the exact hand that kills me. 24 is 48, so I would need to gain somehow 30 block. That's not happening with this hand, let's be real. So I can play Fusion, I can play a Strike for 9 damage, I can get to 15, I can get to 21 damage exactly, and then die. You son of... It's a focus potion, by the way, and focus potions don't affect plasma orbs. Well, that's my last Slay the Spire video for today. I think that hurt me in bits I didn't really knew I have. It destroyed my grammar. It was so harsh that it destroyed my grammar. What the heck? It was... I'm not a man particularly prone to salt, despite appearances. Whoa, that one. That one hurt. For the moment, though, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire. Oh, that really hurt. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we will see you next time.